with the card right here. Here's the first matchup on hand. We got a women's flyweight matchup between Poliana Botelho, who is 8-3 and is the minus 240 favorite, going up against Luana Carolina, who is 6-2 and is the plus 200 underdog. What do you think about this fight?
Yeah, this is a good matchup with Pollyanna coming in with an 8-3 record, like you said, but six of those wins have been knockouts. She's going up against Luana Carolina with a 6-2 record, but this is also her third opponent change. She was supposed to fight two other opponents before this, but both of these ladies are coming off a loss their last time out, one against Jillian Robertson and one against Ariane Lipsky. With this matchup, I really see Pollyanna being too much on the feet for Luana. Like I said earlier, the 6 KOs for Pollyanna has to stand out for something, and she's got really good Muay Thai. And Luana's a good fighter who, as of late, seems to be comfortable going all 3 rounds and using her reach to her advantage. And like I said, Luana has the 2-inch reach advantage, but I see Pollyanna being able to get in often. And if this fight goes to the ground, it's kind of a pick'em too, because they're both BJJ blue belts. Their games are evolving, so we haven't really seen both of these fighters in a few months, and we haven't seen them demonstrate a lot of their ground game. So it'd be curious to see who shoots for a takedown if that goes that direction. But all in all, with this fight, I'm going with Pollyanna via second round KO.
That's a pretty good one. I didn't expect you to go that route because of what happened to her last time. But for me, it's a little differently. I go a little different. As you see here, we got both fighters. You got Pollyanna is to the left, and Carolina is to the right. Pollyanna is 5'8", 125, orthodox fighter. She connects on 70% of her significant strikes. She has 0.89 takedown average. Her takedown accuracy is 100%. So whenever she shoots, she gets her takedown, but then she's not really known for her submission. Whereas Carolina is 5'6", 125. She's orthodox as well, but she averages 6.29 significant strikes per minute, and her accuracy's it's a little bit lower. It's at 55%, and then she has no takedown and no accuracy with that because she doesn't go for that. But her submission average is 2.38, so she's more of a ground game in this matchup altogether. But for me, with this matchup, I think it comes down to the fighting styles. I feel like Botelho's going to want to stand up. Carolina's going to want to probably get this to the ground and get to the grappling because she's even though she has the significant strikes per minute is up, her bread and butter more so is the grappling and going for a submission. I feel like if Botelho is going to win this, her path to victory is going to be the stand-up. And I feel like she'll be able to do that. And I feel like she'll take her shots, taking her down, but I feel like it's going to be more so she'll take her down and then let her back up just to like kill some of her energy, having to fight off. She'll probably lay on her and guard for like a minute and then let her up and then go back at it. But I actually have the same thing. I have Botelho with the second round TKO.
Yeah, I think Botelho is a little different than most of the opponents Luana has faced.
Yeah.
Her hands are underrated. I mean, we've seen her struggle on the ground against Jillian Robertson, but we've also seen Carolina struggle on the ground against Lipsky. They're both evenly matched. This is a very good fight, but I think that Pollyanna, even though Carolina throws a lot of punches often, I think that Pollyanna is more accurate. So I'm gonna ride with Pollyanna on this one.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be a pretty good matchup. I was surprised when they got booked. I heard that they were supposed to get booked earlier, and then that got scrapped. But then they rebooked it, so obviously they both had interest in this fight.
Yeah.
Whereas usually, if something like that happens, you have both fighters go elsewhere, because they already tried that route. But they definitely made this happen, and it's going to be a pretty good first fight on the main card.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Botelho addresses this, because she was supposed to fight somebody earlier, and then
Yeah.
just a month ago, her other opponent had to drop out, and they rebooked it with Luana. So,
Yeah.
3 opponent changes is pretty difficult when the styles are conflicting. So I'm curious to see how that training camp, a shorter training camp, affected her approach.